Yeah, so let's check out how to work with while loop in Python. I just created one more new file to explain that. So let me, what happened, where it is typing? Yeah, so let me declare one new variable. Let's say it equals to 4. This is just a variable with value 4. Sorry, colon is not allowed in Python. See, simultaneously I'm working on different projects, so that makes me to do some mistakes. While it less than 1. So basically, why while loops are used? While loops are used to check a condition. If the condition is true, it will keep on executing the loop whatever we declare. Okay, so there is no stop until this condition become false. In the last lecture using for loop, we have clearly given till how many range you have to, how much range you have to iterate. So there is some fixed range we were giving. Until that range, it will keep on iterating every time. So that's about for loop. So you have fixed iteration number. But whereas in while loop, it all depends upon this condition. Now, it equals to 4. Now, is 4 less than 1? No, which is wrong. If condition is not true, then it will not go inside this while loop. If this condition is true, then it will go inside the loop and it will keep on executing every time until this condition becomes false. Now let's do one thing. Let me make it true. So now 4 greater than 1 condition is true. Now go to inside while loop with an enter. Make sure you actually reach this point but not here. Give one tab to exactly reach to that specific point. Now I'll simply print it. So what happens now if I run this code? So first of all, it will reach this point, is 4 greater than 1, prints it. Again loop will continue. So this loop will keep on executing until this condition becomes false. Now if I run this code, now it will run to infinite. This loop will run to infinite because how this condition will become false? We did not write any code, right? So it will simply execute to infinite. Let me show. You see that it will not stop. The loop is keep on executing. So that's the difference between for and while. It will run until condition become false. Now let us see how to stop that. So what I can do after I print, I will actually reduce one number. It equals to it minus 1. Nice. So first time it comes inside this, it will print 4 and 4 minus 1, 3. It will become now 3 and the when next loop started is 3 greater than 1. Yes, now print 3 and again now 3 minus 1 we are making it 2. So that every iteration we were reducing by one number and 2, 1 and when it reaches 1, 1 greater than 1 is not true. So this is a false. Then it will come out of while loop and you can print something after you come out of that loop. Okay, while loop execution is done. Now you run this program and you see that it started from 4, 4, 3, 2 is printed. That's it. And it came out of the loop. So do remember that when you want to go with while loop, you have to make sure in what cases condition becomes false also. If that is not point, then you need not reach this. Don't worry, when we are doing actual Selenium code, there are some examples where we use while loop. There you will get clear picture on what scenarios I have to use this loop. But for now, make sure you have know the syntaxes of how while loop works in Python, like colon, and that's it. There is no closing braces. Even for loop, you see that colon is the one for in are the new keywords and just follow the code indentation. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay, now let's tweak this while loop. Let's say if I equals to it equals to 3, I don't want to print this. So basically 4, 3, 2 will be your output, right? I want output as only 4, 2. I don't want 3 to be printed when it's iterating in its loop. How can you control your code to stop 3 from printing? Simple. Let's introduce if condition in this while loop. Okay. So every time when it comes inside the loop, let's have one condition. Check. If it equals to 3, okay, if that matches with number 3, or let's make not equals to 3. When it is not equals to 3, then keep printing this. Okay, but if it is equals to 3, then we should skip this statement. So that means we should treat this print statement as part of this if condition. So right now there is no code indentation. That's why it's throwing an error saying indent expected. So in that case, go to the beginning, backspace, do one tab. When you do one tab, that's part of while loop. Do another tab so that it will be part of if condition. Okay, that's all. Or if you are not sure, cut it, reach here, say enter and then paste it. Perfect. So that you will not get that error. Nice. So now this is part of your if condition. Whenever it comes inside the loop, if it is not 3, then only we are asking to print. If not, we are skipping it. You see that 4, 2 is your output. Alright. Next, we can also tell, I'll also introduce 2 more statements called break and continue. So whenever we see if it equals to 3, let's say if it matches with 3, I will give one word called break. So this keyword will actually breaks this entire while loop. Break keyword is generally used to halt the loop abruptly. Okay, so you want to know whether 3 is present while iterating. If 3 is present, you should come out of this loop and you should not execute anything, just complete the loop. So in that case, you need to simply pass break keyword. So that will halt your execution. So when you pass this, I think now this doesn't make sense. So let's keep it part of while loop only now. When I remove one backspace, now it's part of while loop but not if condition. So here if condition is only to check if value matches with 3, then just break the loop. So now let's run this and see what happens. You see that only 4 is printed in the output. Why? So it started with 4, 4 greater than 1. If 4 equals to 3, no. So it's not breaking. It's coming out and then it's printing 4 in the output. And 4 minus 1, 3. Now it is 3. When the next loop started, if 3 equals to 3, just then break it. So come out of this while loop. Don't execute anything. And finally it came out and said while loop execution is done. So that's the beauty of break statement. Let's put it equals to 10. Just assume that. Now it will print until 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. But when it reaches 3, it breaks this while loop abruptly. You see that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 and there is no 3. Okay, that's how break works. And the last one is continue. So I would put one more if condition. You can put multiple if conditions in while loop. When it equals to 9, then continue. Continue keyword is used when you want to skip current iteration and proceed to next iteration. Okay, so when it value is 9 matched, you are saying continue. That means stop this specific iteration. Don't come and execute these steps. Just go back and start from the next iteration. That's what we were saying with this continue keyword. Okay, let's run this test. Right. So what happens here? Let's try to understand. This is really interesting program for you to think. Only 10 is printed. Why? Firstly, IT is 10. Is 10 equals to 9? Okay, it will not go inside this if condition. It will reach this if condition. If 10 equals to 3, no. So this will also skip these two parts and it will come here. It prints 10. Nice. 10 minus 1, IT is 9 now. Is 9 greater than 1? Yes. Let's go inside. If 9 equals to 9, then we are saying continue. Continue keyword will skip all the current iteration steps and it will start from the next iteration. IT is still 9. We are not doing minus here. Is 9 greater than 1? Yes. Is IT equals to 9? Continue. Okay. So we are stuck at this point only because we are not asking to execute rest of the steps. After you hit continue, it's going to start again. IT value is still 9. Again it is matching with 9 and it's continuing. You see that script did not stop. This is running to infinite loop. So stop it, and what you need to do basically here, when IT matches with 9, let's actually decrement it and then continue so that it skips printing 9. Let's see now. Perfect. So you see that it skipped smartly only 9 this time. Why? So when it equals to 9, we are actually reducing IT is 8. Okay, but we are asking to skip this execution. As we are skipping it, this print of IT step is not happening. That's why 9 is not printing. Okay, so as I said, continue keyword only skip that specific iteration. In that specific iteration, IT value is 9. As we are skipping that particular iteration print statement, that 9 is missing here. You got it, right? And next time we are however reducing it to 8, as 8 does not match with 9 and it will not at all execute and it will go to print statement. Okay, 8, 7, 6, everything is smoothly going. But when it reaches 3, again we have another statement called break. That means we want to stop entire while loop abruptly. So it stopped at 4 only. It did not go to next step when IT equals to 3 to print this statement. Because before this statements only we are saying to stop this while loop. Okay, so this is how you can work with continue, break, and you can use multiple if conditions in your while loop. This is just good example to explore. Alright, so that's pretty much about this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.